like, is it big enough for my boobs?
Alexis Sunshine 83, it's always sunny here. Boop.
Hey Sunshiners, Alexis Sunshine 83 right here. So I used to do a lot of mystery boxes in general, but specifically aesthetic mystery boxes. I've done a fairy core one, cottagecore, Y2K, dark academia, and as much as I honestly really loved making those videos, I just found I would end up only really liking one or two things in the actual mystery box. It just kind of felt like a waste, but I still liked the idea of dabbling in different aesthetics. I personally love, trying different styles. So I've been trying to figure out how to incorporate, the same idea of those videos without, again, buying mystery boxes. And I decided, how about I just go to the thrift store and try to thrift pieces that align with that aesthetic and then create outfits with those pieces, almost as if I'm making my own thrifted mystery box. That way I can incorporate a lot of the pieces that I personally already own, and I will then be choosing pieces that I do actually like. With saying all that, today we are going to be thrifting for the whimsy goth aesthetic. I honestly am so down for this style. Last year I was really into dark academia for fall, but this year, I don't know, the whimsy goth aesthetic really aligns, I think, with some parts of my personal style, which is an inspiration of 90s fashion. I feel like it's a perfect aesthetic also for fall time because there's a lot of dark colors. There's wine red, dark purples, dark green, and I'm not going to go super in depth on the definition of whimsy goth. I will leave videos linked right down below that kind of explain it a little more, but obviously inspirations like Stevie Nicks, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, those are the themes that are going to be inspiring the pieces that we will be thrifting today. And it is actually Sunday morning. I usually never go thrifting on the weekends, but it just ended up working that way, so hopefully it's not too busy. Hopefully. Let's go in.
Okay, so I am first in the intimate apparel because there is a lot of layering with this specific aesthetic, but it definitely leans more like darker tones. So I figured if I could find something black. Oh, this is cute. It's not in my size. I just really want to focus on different layering elements, like what I could put something on top of. Oh my gosh, this black dress would have been perfect, but it is not in my size. It's $3.49. Oh my goodness. I think I also just really wanted to thrift for fall, but I was like, what fall themes do I want to thrift for? So I feel like this is kind of perfect because the aesthetic in general is very like fall. I did see some like cream type of skirts. This isn't in my size, but a cream skirt maybe. I already have a white one and I feel like I could style that for this video. This little intimate dress, originally from Victoria's Secrets. It isn't a large, so I'm gonna leave it, but very cute. To springtime. Skirts wise, it's definitely longer skirts. I didn't see many short skirts, to be honest, which I do feel pretty good with my skirt selection. Maybe like a black one. I'll keep my eye out, but I'm gonna go over to the vest. I think I'm okay on vest, but I just want to see. Ooh, this is a really nice, this black suit vest. I'll hold on to it. Yeah, I'll hold on to it. Okay, I think I'm good on the vest, and I'm not going to go through the blazers just because I feel like jackets wise for this particular aesthetic I'm good, but I want to go back over to the skirts. They were where the lingerie section was, but there was somebody there, so I walked away. This isn't my size, but I could definitely see this being part of it. I guess there are some browns. This is kind of a rich brown, whereas I found more darker browns, but this one's really, really cute. This is like the perfect green. It's showing up almost black on camera, but it's a really like deep forest green, which I feel like is perfect, but it is kind of like a mini skirt and it is suede. I feel like I would never wear it again, but I think it does go with it. I moved over to tops just because the skirts, there wasn't really anything in there, and I feel like bottoms wise I'll definitely go into the dresses because I feel like that's a key thing, especially, I didn't mention it, but like Phoebe Buffay is a big inspiration for this aesthetic, and I feel like I could find some good stuff over here. But this top, if it was purple, like a dark purple, I feel like it would be perfect to layer. It's like sheer, it just gives off that vibe, but it's such a bright pink that it's just not going to work, but I did want to show it. tops wise, I'm not really finding any that are like in the color palette that I need. I'm finding a lot of pastels, which I don't really want. This could be cute as like an off the shoulder piece to have it, but I don't know. I feel like this one may fit a little bit on. I could definitely see somebody styling this. It's a little bit just not my color to where I would want to buy it, but it does have some like boho elements, which isn't really my vibe, so I'm definitely more leaning towards the 90s part of this aesthetic. I could kind of see this smocked top. Like, I wish I had some sort of like harness layering thing. I don't know if that's really part of it, but I feel like that could be cute. I could definitely see this red velvet top being kind of with it, but I just don't feel like I would wear it after this video, so I don't think I'm going to get it. Same, this black velvet. I think also the reason why I still want to like film this type of video, even though I'm showing you things I'm not going to get, is to show that you can a lot of times find, you know, specific aesthetic clothing or certain trends at the thrift store. So if you do like this aesthetic, even if I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna wear this, but you like this aesthetic and you're like, oh, I didn't even know I could find it at the thrift store. That's also the purpose of this video. This would have been perfect. It's a skirt, it's a size 10, so I'm not gonna get it, but I feel like this would have been a good piece to style with different tops, but alas, it doesn't fit me. I'm now in the dresses, by the way, and I feel like I'm gonna have good luck in the dresses. Okay, not part of the aesthetic, but this green two-piece. These are like capris, so I would never actually wear it, but so cute. Okay, I don't think this is part of the aesthetic. Maybe if it was different, because it's like a romper with then like a cardigan thing attached, but it just reminds me of the 90s. I'm not gonna get it, but I just wanted to show it because I think it's so precious. Definitely have some good stuff in my cart. I'm now going to go through it, talk through it, give my thoughts on it, and see what I'm actually going to pick up. The first thing I have is this little crop top. It kind of has like a circle and then you tie it. I feel like I've seen different people on like TikTok that are doing the whimsy goth aesthetic like this, like with a long like maxi skirt or something and black boots, but I'm like, is it big enough for my boobs? I don't know. It's a small, so I feel like it should be fine, but I don't know. It's either going to be really cute or really ugly. It is $8.49, which for a top like this, to not know what it's actually going to fit like, I don't know. This top isn't my size, but I didn't get a chance to show it. It's this velvet little like bedazzled tank top. It is an extra large, so I'm gonna put it back where I got it, but I felt like this definitely reminded me of like a whimsy goth aesthetic. I actually found a lot of dresses, and these types of dresses I've always kind of liked. They definitely give a 90s vibe. I don't want to get all of them, so I'm gonna have to figure out which ones, but this first one, I just really like the silhouette of it. It would be $11.99. I just don't know like how much wear I would get out of it. I do like the color. It's not really fall necessarily, but I feel like with black boots maybe it would work. Like I feel like it could be cute, so I'll hold on to it and take it to a mirror. This is definitely not my size, but I really wanted to find overalls, like long overalls for this video, but alas, did not find any. But I feel like these, like a black turtleneck and a black cardigan or a cream colored cardigan or something like that, could have been really cute. This cardigan, I feel like does go with it, and I feel like if I did get like a whimsy goth mystery box or something, they would definitely include something like this. but I'm just trying to figure out, does it make sense for me to even own it? Like, will I wear it outside of this video? I feel like I'll have to go up to the mirror for it, but it's just a really, I mean, it's a very simple, just black cardigan, nothing really going on with it. I don't own any black cardigans, so it would be something that I don't own, but do I not own it because I won't wear it? Not sure yet. This one I'm so conflicted about because I feel like this style I see all the time. But maybe it's the color, where if it was in a darker color, I would maybe get it. Like if it was in a dark red, I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna get it, or like a dark purple. But this like bright color, I just feel like I would only get it because the actual style reminds me of this aesthetic, but not really the color, and I wouldn't probably wear it ever again, so don't think I'm going to get it. Okay, this really reminds me of this like plaid dress that I have that's actually way too short that I thrifted originally from Urban Outfitters. This one's basically the same thing, but it's a lot longer. It's like an actual proper dress that I could wear with like tights. It says it's an extra small, but like it's longer than the dress I'm wearing, and it seems really loose, so I feel like this could be pretty perfect. I wanted to have something plaid in this video, and so I feel like this is perfect. And then with accessorizing, it could be really cute. Okay, this dress I feel like would be perfect for this aesthetic. It's $13.99. It's originally from H&M. I don't know about the chest area. Like, I feel like the deep V probably won't work for me. That would be basically where my boob is. Oh, it makes me so sad. I could like put a turtleneck under it, but I just feel like I would never end up wearing it. Oh, I'm so sad. I feel like this is literally perfect. This dress I had picked up before the other like plaid-ish one, and I like that one better, so I'm not gonna get this, but I did think this with a black turtleneck could be really cute. Another thing I really wanted to find is a denim dress, like a lawn denim dress that then wasn't like, just had some shape, and I found this one or this one, which is technically longer. I need to go over to the mirror and like properly put it on to see if it'll even fit me. Okay, this dress. I feel like this dress makes sense with it too. And I feel like I will get it because it definitely gives me, like with accessorizing would be really good. So I'm gonna get that. And then I do have like 3 other pieces that don't really go with this aesthetic, but they're really cute. This first one, it reminds me of this dress from Lisa Says God. Definitely very summery, but I feel like I will hold on to it until next summer. And then this dress, I'm just so excited. I thrifted one really similar, and I actually still can't find it from the move, which is frustrating, but this one's a light pink, so it's definitely different, and I really like these style of dresses, so I feel fine about owning 2, and they're very different. This one I can actually wear, I think, by itself, whereas the other one is super sheer, and I just feel like it's such a find that I was able to see. It's only $6.99, and then I do have that vest, but I just don't know what I'm gonna do yet. So I'm gonna go over to the mirror, and then whatever I decide I will check out, and then I'll check back in with you. Okay, yeah, I know it takes away the excitement and the risk of like a mystery box, but I feel so much better doing these types of like thrifting aesthetics and like trying them and dedicating the video to them, just because all these pieces I know I'll be able to restyle just for like in general, but also I like really like them, and I feel like I am too picky for, I think, mystery boxes. I always knew that, but it was just so fun to do that I was like, well, like it's fine. But again, now having a smaller closet, it's like, no, it's not fine to have like 99% of the box be like meh and only 1% be like amazing. So I feel like this makes way more sense, and I'm so excited to style all of these pieces. Yeah, okay, see you in a sec.
So we are back home, and I think I am going to do the haul portion as like a try on, just because you've already seen what the pieces to an extent actually look like, but you haven't seen them on, and that's kind of the whole point, is how I'm going to be styling them to be aligned with the whimsy goth aesthetic. So let's get into the first item. I ended up thrifting this dress originally from the company Travel Smith. I got it for $11.49, and I am obsessed with it. I feel like it perfectly executes the exact outfit that I wanted to execute, which is this one that Phoebe Buffay wore. Obviously the colors are different, but I feel like pairing denim like this is very 90s, and I love a good denim dress that I can layer, or I can wear it by itself. Obviously in the actual thrifting portion, I wore like a short dress kind of version of this, obviously a different color, but the thing I love about that is the aspect of layering. Like I could wear a turtleneck with it. I totally see a white turtleneck with this dress. I personally can't do that to myself right now because it's quite hot, but I saw a lot of kind of elements like this in different whimsy goth outfit styling videos and photos. Also, it has pockets. The dress has pockets. Also thought, because obviously we are going for more of a like fall inspiration with this aesthetic, I thought about a long black leather blazer. Leather blazers I saw everywhere. Obviously those are my favorite, and I feel like that will really like have the cherry on top with this first whimsy goth outfit. Like, look at this. I am just in love, and honestly, if it wasn't for doing this video, I probably would have never thrifted this dress. I do, again, like the shorter versions of like a denim dress with layering, but I usually don't have my eye out for a longer version, and now I am obsessed. So I'm gonna give myself, yes, I am rating myself on my own aesthetic mystery box, whatever the heck. I'm gonna give myself a 10 out of 10 with this outfit. The next piece is this dress that is originally from Wild Fable. I got it for $9.99, and it's in an extra small, which is quite surprising because it honestly fits me even like loose. I mean, even the length of it is really nice. Like, I don't feel like I would even need to wear anything under it. One thing I will say with all my outfits that I am going to be lacking on, accessories. I feel like Whimsy Goth has a lot of different totes and a lot of different, you know, stars or astrology or suns or just kind of that kind of thing when it comes to their accessories, whereas I don't really have that. And I feel like if I did own different pieces like that, then I would only really wear it for this video and that's it. Whereas I wanted to take the pieces that I was getting and be able to wear it just, you know, normal day to day. But I'll wear this full outfit exactly how it is. I did decide to layer a cream turtleneck under the dress. Why did I decide to film this video on the hottest week of the year? I do not know, but I think it adds another, you know, color to the dress. I thought about going for white or black, but I like the cream. I feel like a lot of the elements in this aesthetic is very like grunge 90s, and maybe that's just me not doing it justice. Again, I feel like there are a lot of those like astrology suns and that kind of thing, so that's what my outfits are going to be lacking, which I think then pulls them more into a 90s grunge look. I don't know why I got a lot of dresses, but this next dress I thrifted for $15.99, so probably one of the most expensive pieces I've ever thrifted before. It's from Accomplice. I don't know why I couldn't say that. Accomplice. It is in a small, and it is just, oh gosh, the most beautiful dress in the entire world. I love these types of dresses. I have had my eye out for them at the thrift store, like just all the time, and I never have found them. They just have the most beautiful silhouette to them. It's almost like a slight skater dress type of thing. I do have a belt on just because I feel like a lot of people would have said put a belt with it just to give it some shape, but I like it either with or without a belt. I think it is nice with the different colors. I have some tights on, and it's just such an adorable dress. It is floral, which I feel like still is in line with this aesthetic. It is like a nice dark deep green. It could go either fall or springtime, so I can really, you know, get a lot of wear out of this dress. Like, come on, oh my goodness. I could obviously put a cardigan or even a sweater on top of it. I saw a lot of sweater layering, but with the denim jacket, I mean, this is just such a cute look. I want to show also what it looks like without the belt. Still really cute. It does have ties in the back, so still gives like some shape if I want to, or I can make it a little bit looser if I want. This last outfit includes this cute little white crop top that's originally from H&M. I feel like this outfit definitely goes more into 70s. I really wanted to style these velvet pants with an outfit just because velvet as a texture I saw a bunch on different Whimsy Goth lists and outfits, so I felt like it did go, but it's definitely giving more 70s and 90s, and I think I will say both of those eras of fashion kind of come together with this specific aesthetic. I think if I had like one of those star or moon belts or something, it would probably lean more into the aesthetic, but right now it just kind of looks like I don't know, I'm trying to be a 70s gal. I think it's still cute, but obviously it's missing the element of layering. So I had two different ideas of what I could do. Either a vest, something like this suede vest. Like I actually do think that's really cute. That was just an idea and I actually really like it, especially with the two different textures. Or I had thrifted a black cardigan, which it is originally from APT9. It was $11.49, and I would say this is the thing that's the most outside of my comfort zone, the cardigan. I don't really wear black cardigans ever, really, but I did think about like it just being really cozy in general for fall time, and I really also wanted to include a sweater or a cardigan in this video, or my like aesthetic mystery box, because I feel like somebody would include that in a Whimsy Goth mystery box. I feel like it does take away from the top just a bit, but I think with what I was trying to go for, it does work. Okay, actually, just kidding. I really wanted to put this top with this leather jacket that I think I thrifted at the beginning of the year. This jacket is so freaking cool. I felt like it kind of went with this aesthetic. I wanted to see what this top looked like with my maxi denim skirt, and I'm obsessed. Oh my gosh. Alrighty, so that was me dabbling in the Whimsy Goth aesthetic, and kind of throughout, and I've already talked about it, I felt like I kept second guessing myself if it actually was Whimsy Goth, and I think again it is because there is an overlap between like 70s style, 90s style, and then more darker colors. I feel like I could have dabbled in more darker accessories. I felt like I kept it quite light, and maybe that's because it's still kind of summertime. So going into fall, I definitely will be styling all of the pieces that I thrifted in this video. I am in love also how I styled them. I don't know if I would have styled them that way if I wasn't doing this video, but now that I have styled them that way, I definitely will be. Yeah, let me know in the comments right down below what you think about Whimsy Goth and kind of the style, the fashion. Also, if you do like thrifting and secondhand fashion, then make sure to subscribe right down below and hit the little bell to be notified every time I make a new video. And also don't forget to follow me on Instagram, which is AlexSunshine83. I will see you in my next video, and I hope you have a super sunny day. Bye!